Okay.
Hello, my name is Ralph Laughlin. I'm a member of Team 5 that works on Elk Creek. And I've been studying the ways to make the use of the colorimeter more reliable. And one of the things that we've come up with, not just me, but other folks, is to organize this sample so that we can get all of the upfront work done first and then just do tests continuously. And we save time by doing that. The first resource you need is a manual that's in each of the kits, and you turn to the page that says nitrate. And it says nitrate high range, 0 to 30 milligrams per liter. And I'm to that page now. The next step is to fill up each of these 8 bottles with 10 milliliters of stream. The first step is to fill all the bottles, and the first 2 of these bottles will contain only stream water. There's one from a lower site. Here's another blank from another site on the stream. The filling of these bottles doesn't have to be precise of these particular bottles, but the other ones it does matter. The next step is to get a treatment bottle or the treatment bottles filled, and you do this over for all of the bottles, all 6 bottles. And here the measures of 10 milliliters do matter. Once the bottles are all filled, the rest of the steps go pretty quickly. Okay, we're done with that. What we do on Elk Creek is we have a lower site which is called the Narrows and an upper site that is called the Mill. And those 2 sites, we need to get the whole set of tests for each of those sites. And so we fill up 2 blanks, one from the Narrows site and one from the Mill site. And we fill up 6 bottles. Each pair is a single test. The nitrate at the Narrows and the nitrate at the Mill, and so forth. For teams that only have 1 site, you'll just fill up half of this set of bottles. You'll have 4 bottles instead of 8. Okay, the kits, in your kits for the colorimeter, you'll have plastic containers like this that contain packets that are aluminum colored. And it's very important to realize that these chemicals for the colorimeter kit are different from the chemicals that you use for the hockey. So you don't mix those at all. To get started, you get the powder down to the bottom. You then cut the top off. And spread the top. Get your sample bottle. Get the powder inside. Now one of the tricks here to getting an accurate test is making sure that all of the powder gets in there. And so what I've gotten in the habit of doing is just working this from side to side just to convince that get the powder in the middle so I can then dump it into the jar. And I do that a couple of times, and that seems to work. But getting all of that powder into the sample jar is pretty important. There, I think I've got it. One thing we advocate is constantly cleaning the bottom of these. The sample is read with light that passes through the bottom of the jar and the sample. And that just has to be clean and not touched. The next step is to enter the program for the test, and it's illustrated here as step 2, where you turn it on. You actually press the exit key to turn it on. You then say program under the key 7. You enter 51 and enter, and you're into the program to test for nitrate. There's one quirk to this test that you all need to be aware of, and visually the test will appear on the bottom of the screen, and there will be close-ups to that you can look at on this. On the test, the next step, and again you'll just use this manual to go from step to step. The next step is to, once the solution, the powder has been put into the water, you press timer and enter, and it says for the first minute shake vigorously, and this is the hardest part of the test. This part of the test seems like 5 minutes, but it's only 1 minute. And what we're doing here is getting the chemical reaction started. The powder is reacting with stuff that's in the water. There's a countdown timer on the colorimeter, and I can see how many more seconds I have to shake vigorously. That beep tells me I'm done shaking. But what I do is continually wipe the bottom of those bottles. The next thing that the timer wants to do is a 5-minute wait time to complete the reactions. And the timer appears, you just press enter for this one, and it counts down. What we do is, for the test, is to put the blank, again wiping the bottom, just to make sure it's clean. And we put it in here, we put the cap on, and we press the 0 key. And when that comes up 0, we can take this out and put it back in its place. The final step is to put this treated sample in, again wiping it, putting it in, putting the cap on, and then pressing a key that's one of the keys on the bottom that says read. And when you do that, in just a few seconds, it will give you the milligrams of the nitrate per liter in this sample. And when that's done, you're done with this test. At that point, you're ready to begin the second test.